What is going on? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, my name is Jace Machine. We are fueled by coffee and driven by insanity. We were just hanging out in the broom closet a little bit last episode. We're on the way to the boss's office if we go upstairs. If we go into the basement...
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
But what if I don't want to go upstairs to the boss's office? I forget what's down the stairs. I bet it's spooky. No. Not doing that again. Not doing that ending. That's not a useful ending. Let's go back up to the boss's office here. We'll go up these stairs. I hope you guys are doing well today. We're just playing the Stanley Parable is all. A little lost. Really need to go to the executive bathroom right now and deliver an executive load to the toilet. That is gross. I'm sorry. Hello? That was just the door. It's just the door shutting behind me. Any buttons to press back here? No? Gotta go into the office and press the buttons there? You never know, right? Until you click on it. Are you guys doing good? I'm not sure if I asked that yet.
Office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Stanley simply began entering random codes on the keypad, knowing full well the sheer statistical unlikelihood that this would ever result in a correct combination. If he knew that the combo was 2845, it would be another story entirely. But no. This is what he was going to do instead.
It sure is. I just want to see what happens. Damn it. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Fine, I give in.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Newly opened passageway. We've been this way before. We're going down into the mind control area. Well, maybe we can have some havoc happen this time, We are getting some different choices when we go down here. In fact, we can go to the escape route this time. I don't care if I'm going to die horribly. You know? Am I right?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
I see. Well, we are continuing our...
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Nope. Going to the escape route.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Look, if it's a violent death at the end of this hall, I want to see it.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
What is this? Oh, just a random pipe. Is that a Festivus pole? It's a Festivus pole.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Toad Sam. Oh, look at this. That is ominous as hell. Are we just gonna drop me into the hole here? Alright, this side die. You don't know until you try. That's all I'm saying. Oh, not dead yet. I'm on a roller
As the machine
coaster.
whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Oh.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Okay. Wow, that was unexpected. Again, this game.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
So weird. So weird. I love it. Why, hello there.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Yes. Yes, narrator, I see that now. For this is my computer. This is the office layout. This blueprint shows the office from beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout the development, and through the core layout remains so nearly identical to the first iteration. Oh, this is cool as hell. This is cool as hell. Alright, what's this say again? The nature paintings, okay? It's the selection of the nature paintings. This is all, oh, what is that called? It's all assets. These are all the assets. The set of the two open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction that this room posed. Here we have some beautiful filing cabinets. You almost never even noticed them in the background. They were so beautiful. I mean, granted, they're everywhere. Here we are in the office. Junk and floor samples. Ooh, button sounds. Things to press. Oh. A selection of the sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. Uh-huh. I diggity dig it. Great. Okay, let's see these credits here. The Stanley Parable. Credits written and designed by Davey Reddit and William Pugh. Programming by Jesus Higueras. And the impeccable Kevin Brightening as the narrator. Fantastic. Sorry, original music composers. I dare not use your music, forsooth. Yeah, in case you guys are wondering, I know I've addressed it a couple of times now in the comments section, and for long-time viewers, you guys know the deal. You guys know the score, as it were, right? This is interesting. You guys know that I don't use the game's original music in most cases. Many YouTubers don't, and that's because we are desperately trying to avoid any problems, any conflicts with ad claim revenue, and as a result, we have to substitute. Interesting. We have to substitute music that's not originally in the game. This is really fascinating. So, yeah. So I'm sorry if your experience is tainted. You could take it up with YouTube and the copyright laws. Until then, I'm kind of stuck. I gotta do what I gotta do, right? Hey. Hey, narrator.
Stanley stood on the snow.
This is cool. This is cool. Alright. We've explored this portion. We're going to head back up here. The freedom ending. Alright. The countdown desk. This is an early version of the countdown ending. Have not found the countdown ending yet. It's the countdown room. I've actually just turned the thing off. That's what happened. The game is now paused. The escape menu. Okay, interesting. Zending levers. These levers were originally part of the zending. The player would pull a lever, and the narrator would describe what color lever they had pulled. And as a result, these levers don't get pulled at all anymore. What is this? Zending. It's a zending. It's the ending, the zending. Got it. Got it. I'm following you. Well, okay, let's watch. I see. Very artsy. Very soul-sucking. You can see the dreary drabness of the office space. This is pretty neat. That's where I used to sit in class. Right there. Interesting. These are meant to convey the feeling of the Stanley Parable. I would say that they succeeded. I would say that that was a success, in fact. Do you hear something? The apartment timer. I see. Cargo lift. There is a lot of stuff that we have not found or dealt with quite yet. There's more to be had in this game. The office. I know where we are. You're continuing upwards. No. What is this? Huh. Narrator emails. Stanley's office variations. I really like this museum layout. It's just so really cool. I like museums in general. Big fan of museums. We are just about out of time for today's episode, and I think we've been everywhere. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this episode of the Stanley Parable. I'm sure there's more to be found. We'll try to find it in upcoming episodes. And with that being said, be sure you're subscribed just so you don't miss anything. If you liked this series,
Oh, look at these two.
Sure to
How
leave
they wish to
a
destroy
like.
one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
We're gonna click this though and see what happens. If this somehow ends the game right here, and this series ends with this episode, I'll see you tomorrow in another something.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
The game is paused.
Time...